Welcome back, Aftonators, for the third video. I know it's taken a while. The reason behind that is because originally I was supposed to get my sister to watch it with me to have like an unbiased person, somebody who knows as much as y'all do about it, and she was going to join me. But she stalled out. So thanks, Val. You know, it's not a huge deal because the DVD comes out, I believe, June 9th or 15th. One of those days, either way. So if you haven't seen it, you can go and get it. Maybe give it to me. I will accept gifts. I won't say no. I mean, it's a gift after all, no? I'm going to start off this video by saying there's going to be a small bit spoiler. Not really. I try to keep this as non-spoiler-y as possible. And so, first things first, the movie is very fast-paced. I will say that. Like, it was, the first 30 minutes was very fast-paced. It wasn't like a lot of background information. It was more like jumping. And I think, you know, the book is like this big, so I get it. You know, trying to fit all, like, so much information in a 1 hour, 45-minute movie is not probably the best thing to do. After like that first 30 minutes, I think it kind of slowed down for sure. And it was still a bit fast-paced. It's just, what are you going to do? You know, it's a lot of information to put in one book. I did get to go to an early screening of it, and I got a nice limited edition t-shirt out of it. It is really, really nice. My brother actually complimented me on it, not even knowing anything about this because he subscribed to my channel, but he doesn't actually watch my stuff. Little bitch. My brother's great, right? At least he subscribed, you know. Also, at the theater, they gave us a movie poster, you know, of the movie. Of course, that's what a movie poster is. I like it. I think it's nice. It's a, you know, a yay. Plus, I got a movie poster, t-shirt, and an early screening. I think I had a pretty good deal. The second thing is the background information. Since the book is like a big-ass book, it's like this big, it was going to be difficult to get a lot of information out of there, especially since the movie isn't narrated. It was kind of hard to like tell what certain things were going on, since like Hardin is a very quiet person as it is. You're just supposed to get a lot of vibes from him, and the way Tessa interprets those vibes is different from the way he expresses them sometimes, and it's kind of hard to get, you know, what she's thinking and what he's expressing all in one scene very quickly, you know. The third thing is the bet changed. Everybody who was following like the process of the movie knew that was coming, because honestly, having a movie about two guys betting who can take a girl's virginity first as a PG-13 movie nonetheless is probably not the best seller point, you know. So I mean we all saw the bet change coming. I'm not too fond of what they changed it to, but then again, anything less than that was going to be less than that, which, I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I still support it, I still like it, but I can definitely see why they changed it. It was probably a better choice too. I do have to say that they kind of did Hardin's squad dirty, because in the book they have such a more prominent feel to the plot, I guess is the way to say it. Some of them, while they are minor characters, they should have been in the, like, portrayed more towards the major side and instead of that minor side, because this whole squad itself wasn't there altogether as you would think. Like, you know, squads actually do hang out, that's why they're a squad. But you know, you kind of have them as background people in the sense, and it was just, I think if we get more movies that they would actually show them more, and I really hope that that's the case, because that's what they deserve. They are, you know, just as important as the main characters, because they're the people that influence these characters, you know. So in the books and in the movie they move in together, and I think the way they did that was a little bit weird, because in the books Hardin was working basically a real job for 2 years and just saving all that money since he was living in a fraternity with the school paid for. I mean, his dad's the chancellor. And so he just had those 2 years of saving money. That's how he got it in the first place. but in the movie they kind of did it really weird. I'm not gonna say like how they did it, but knowing that, and if you've seen the movie, it's a little weird to you know, basically have an apartment that isn't yours that you're living at, and that's basically what happened in the movie. I think it has to do with the fact that they didn't give a lot of background information in the more beginning parts of it, which means if you just had it stick to the book, you would leave questioning like, oh, where did he get all this money from, or how is he paying for this, and etc., etc. So I mean, I guess the way they did it was a nice solution. Speaking of apartments, I do have to say that the people involved in the film, especially the director, since she's a female director, she was all about having a good message underlining certain things. Like, this is one of the few movies that actually show a condom. It's all about consent as well, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate it very, very much. I think I watched Knocked Up about last week, I think, and that was probably like the only other movie that showed an actual condom, not just talked about it, you know? But I really do appreciate the director for doing that. Also, the thing with Hardin's dad, like, them two are very bitter. They have a very bitter relationship, and I don't think it was portrayed as big of a deal as it should have been, like, because literally the way Hardin is, he literally blames his dad, and if you only have them arguing, I think twice, or maybe once actually, and then the second one was about his dad, something like that. Anyways, it didn't really show how big of a deal it was, and I think if we get more movies, they can finally explain it more. It is just, you know, a big ass book that they have to fit so much information in, enough to reel people in that weren't already involved, and enough to satisfy the people that are already involved. Overall, I did think they did well trying to, you know, balance both, which is already a pretty big job as it is. But let's hope for another movie. And with that being said, we are getting another movie. I didn't want to spoil anything. They announced it not that long ago that they're actually doing a sequel, and I think I'm gonna make another video to explain more about that and what I know and what I hope is to come. So I guess there's gonna be like a season 2 of this mini series. Yay! Thank you for everybody who watched it, who started reading it. Shout out to the people who started reading it because of me or watched it, because that really makes me feel nice. I know a couple of y'all have told me that y'all saw it. I know a couple of y'all that also started reading it before because y'all didn't want to watch the movie then read it, and I'm like that too. Thank you, you're awesome. Comment down on what you thought of the movie or what you think of the book. I really, really want to know. We can like just fangirl the fuck out of this. And then while you're at it, just like and share this video too. And y'all be safe, guys. Peace and love.